information here. So about the program. The program is actually a 10-month program. It's a 10-month mentoring program, and over that 10 months we'll be spending one day, full day together and covering specific areas of your business. And these are the areas we'll cover. Firstly is organizational efficiency. This really is the key to building a successful business that works with Anshu, as mentioned earlier. If you're inefficient in your organization, it basically costs you money. If you're efficient, you make more profits. And the idea is to be a lot more efficient than your competitor so that you can be a lot more competitive. It's also being able to expand your organization at a rate where you are profitable, you have cash flow, and you're able to fund your own expansion. And all of that comes under the category of organizational efficiency. Structured planning, it's very important to know where to go, when to do certain things, when to implement new plans, when to revise your plans. All of these types of things comes under the subject of planning. And as a little side note, it's very important that when you achieve your goals, achieve your dreams, that you have other dreams and goals ready to go too. Otherwise, life can become a little boring. Team building, how to find and keep true performers and great staff. So hiring is only a small part of building a team. When you've got a team, you've got to get them to work together, get them to be a team that operates and pushes in the same direction, not a few people pulling one way and the rest pushing the other way. So there's a whole know-how to do with teams, actually putting the team together in the first place and building them. Effective marketing. So how to create cost-effective marketing campaigns that attract your ideal customers. And it's also effective marketing comes down to a cost versus reward scenario. So your marketing should always produce more money than it costs. And there are effective means to go about marketing your product and service that don't cost any money. So we'll be covering that topic. Automatic sales. I work hard. A lot of people think I work hard. I work late at night, and sometimes I'm up early in the morning working. But to be honest with you, I'm pretty lazy. I like to set things up so they're automatic. So once it's done, and then I can go and spend time with my family or do whatever I want to do. And sales can become an automatic process. I find most organizations have a very slow sales process. It takes a while to buy their product or service or get it delivered and all of these sorts of things. Automatic sales is all about building a sales system that is very fast and is implemented very quickly. So we'll be covering that on the automatic sales day. Financial control, very key to a business. You're going to be expanding and growing. You need to be able to manage your money and control your money. That's what my latest book, From Red to Black, is all about. But this is obviously specifically how it applies to business. So that's a key aspect, so that you can not only make money, but you can enjoy your profits as the owner. And that includes, staff bonuses and all that kind of thing. Productivity, absolutely key. So you wanted to cover the key methods in business enables you to maximize your strengths, cater for your weaknesses, and avoid a crisis before it happens. When you are focused on productivity, and that basically by productivity is whatever it is that you do in your business to make money. We're going to look at that whole area of your business so that you really can manage it. Manage it as the owner, as a manager, being outside of the machine, not in the machine. And that's very, very, very key and very important. Then you've got quality control. You want to make sure what you are delivering, your product or service, is of the quality and standard that's required, that's expected by your clients, and also how to go about fixing these issues if and when you have them. Because the idea of quality control is you may not always, or your team, as you're expanding, your team may not always deliver exactly what they're supposed to. And therefore you need a method to fix the machine. This is all about fixing the machine that you're driving. And that comes under the topic of quality control. Client acquisition. So, which is slightly different from marketing, which is actually getting clients and building up a client base that you can then market to. And this is very important because kind of client acquisition kind of gets often lumped with marketing, with promotion, but is really its own subject. And client acquisition can occur for little or no cost at all. Okay? And it's a very important part of a business. Lastly, leadership. If you're going to build this thing, you need to understand leadership. And I cover specifically the difference between an owner and a manager. And that's a manager is someone running the business, driving the machine, and then there's the owner, the person who owns the machine. And these are two very different roles. And when you build a business, when you get there, you need to understand these different roles so that you can then eventually get someone else to drive that machine for you if you are the owner and you know what type of person you need. And if you are the driver of the machine, you know what type of qualities that you're supposed to have as a leader. That's a very important aspect. And this all comes then, you understand all of these points, you will be able to build a business, achieve your goals, and still have a life, which is what it's all about. So have a look at this little graph here. It shows you the flow of learning all of these steps. And just as a little note here, this particular graph starts off on the around the edges. You've got organization, efficiency, structure, planning, team building, and so on. It goes around clockwise. That's the knowledge base. The next level up, which is a raise level, is the application of those principles, and then you get the results, which is another level up. So it's kind of like a pyramid, if you like. You've got a step, you need to learn it, then apply it, and then you get the results. And that's what the program is also all about. So this is how it works. So step one is we have one-day monthly workshops. That's with me. And we do that together in a group, and I go over all of those points I've just covered, where I spend a full day on that. And during that day, we actually start to implement it on your business. It's a workshop, so it's not a seminar where I just talk all day long. It's a workshop where I go through key principles, and then we start to see how it applies to your business right there and then. Step two is you get a business overall action plan. This is what you get to take away with you. You have to implement this in the coming month. And this is why I've designed this program. It's different to just simply doing a seminar. When I sat down and really thought about it, and as I mentioned, I talked to lots of people about what they were running into in their business and so on. The key aspect of this is I could probably sit down and we could do a 10-day seminar or 10-day workshop and tell you everything I know about business, and then say, okay, good, now there you go, you've got it all, see you later. And the result would be that you wouldn't actually implement all of it. And I find this over the many years that I've been lecturing or in Australia and Asia, that not everybody implements what they learn. And I think probably part of it is you absorb a small percentage of the information, and you apply what you remembered, or you apply what was applicable to you at that point. So with this program, however, I want you to apply it all. So the Business Overall Action Plan covers all the key things that you need to implement based on what you learned from the workshop day. So you need to get into action and jump around and run around like those guys there and work hard over the 4 weeks. Get it all implemented. Now the truth is you're probably going to run into some problems implementing that action plan. And that's where you can then email me to get some help and support. So, if you're implementing an organizational efficiency point or building a team or whatever it is, you will run into something and you'll say, Tony, this is the problem I've run into trying to do the step on the action plan. What do you recommend I should do? And chances are I've run into that problem myself, and I'll be able to point you in the right direction. And that email support is unlimited in regards to the problems that you run into during the month. And on top of that, what I'll also be doing, because I can imagine I'll be getting a few emails from you and other people who are part of the program, and generally speaking there are similar types of problems even though the businesses may be different. So then mid-month I will then hold a live webinar, and that's where I'll discuss some of the many questions that I would have received during the month, and also reiterate some of the key points learned from the workshop day, as well as anything else that's pertinent to some of your questions that you've been asking. And those live webinars are only available, of course, to mentor people in the mentor program, and they'll be recorded so you can download them later. So if you happen to miss them, you can always go back and download them off the site and watch them. And the final step then is you will get the results. So at the end of the month, you should have an improvement in your business, improvement in the efficiency, improvement in the profits, improvement in the area of your business that we are looking at working on. And that will be proven by statistics, actual or key performance indicators as some people call them. So it'll be actually a proven result here. It's not that you will just simply come back after 4 weeks and feel good. You will actually have an improvement in your business. So this 6-step process we do every month for 10 months. And that is the mentor program. Every month for 10 months we go through this.